Good evening to dear aspirants. Parsuram Kumar ji, good evening. Shubhangi or Shivangi, yes, it's I think Subhangi. So Subhangi, good evening. So you have Subhangi or Shivangi because both are in our group. So Subhangi, I think. So good evening to all of you, dear aspirants. It's 7:30 p.m. Let us start our evening session. So Ispriha ji has sent a question, and this is the question. Uh, okay, let me read out the question being asked by Ispriha ji. Sir, please explain inner line permit with respect to CAA. You all know inner line permit. So there should not be any confusion. This question is very, very important, dear aspirants, as far as the prelims examination is concerned. Not only prelims, but you may be asked this this question during your mains examination. So inner line permit, what does it mean? So it's nothing but official travel document which allows inward, Anjali Shah, good evening, yes. So inward travel of an Indian citizen into a protected or restricted area. And what is that? For a limited period. So there are three important things. Okay. ILP, that is inner line permit. ILP, inner line permit, is nothing but official travel document. Okay, which allows inward travel of an Indian citizen to into protected or restricted area for a limited period. So these are the ingredients of ILP. So ILP is very, very important. Why? Because this very source, the origin, lies there in 1873. 1873. And what is that? Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation. Okay, this is Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation, BEFR. So dear aspirants, the very source, the very origin lies there in 1873. So ILP, okay, this is very important and you are required to know the importance. Now this act was enacted during British period. Okay, this act means Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation, okay, of 1873. This was enacted during British era to protect Crown's own interest, okay, own commercial interest, preventing British subjects. Who were British subjects? Of course, the Indians, okay, from trading within these regions. But what happened in 1950? After getting independence, the Indian government replaced British subjects with citizens of India. So this is the only alteration in that very act. Dear aspirants, try to catch my words. Okay. Before independence, it was the British subject. British subject signifies Indians. And after getting independence, in 1950, a word was inserted replacing British subjects with that of citizens of India. So I believe you have understood what does it mean. So this is nothing but inner line permit. Inner line permit, how can you define? It's an official travel document. Okay, official travel document which is meant to allow inward travel, you may say inward travel of an Indian into protected, restricted areas for a limited period. So this is ILP. Okay. So you all know that northeastern states, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, okay, you will find Manipur, you will find that ILP is regulated. ILP is regulated. So uh, last year, what happened in the month of December, our honorable president of India, okay, he signed the order extending ILP, okay, ILP with respect to Manipur. So Isprihaji is asking, what is its relation with CAA? Okay, CAA is not applicable to those areas. This is the only relation. Okay, CAA is not applicable to those restricted or protected areas. You all know that those areas are having tribal population. Okay, tribal population, and they believe in inaccessibility. Okay, they don't want to intermingle with the general masses. So that's why those areas are restricted, protected. In other words, so CAA, okay, in those areas there is no question of CAA. So this is the relationship, dear aspirants. So recently what happened, it is there in Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, Meghalaya, where there is ILP. Yes. So last year what happened, okay, I was mentioning that it was extended to Manipur. And what was the cause? Because inner line permit, okay, system in Manipur, okay, this was highlighted by Home Minister, okay, Mr. Amit Shahji, the importance of inner line permit for what? Developmental projects in Manipur. Okay, and which development developmental project? Yes, I should name. You should write it. Thobal Multi-Purpose Project. Thobal, Thoubal. Thobal Multi-Purpose Project, Integrated Command and Control Center. Okay, where? At Imphal. At Imphal. So this project was considered by the Planning Commission in 1980, and original cost of the project was 47 crores plus 47 crores. So this was launched in 2004, and the name of the river is Thoubal, Thoubal. This is tributary of Manipur River. Okay, so you may be asked a question related to this. So these were the key points. Now something more related to ILP, that is inner line permit. So this was the longest standing demand of the Manipur people. So now during the previous year they got this, okay, and they got this along with the Dimapur district of Nagaland. So both Manipur and a portion of Nagaland. So dear aspirants, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, please concentrate. Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Mizoram. Okay, these states have been exempted from what? From the provisions of Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. Okay, this is the question being raised by Isprihaji. So these states, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Mizoram, have been exempted from the provisions of Citizenship Amendment Act, that is CAA 2019, due to what? Due to ILP, inner line permit. So the provisions on citizenship for illegal migrants, okay, that is not applied to the tribal areas of Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, or you may say Tripura, as included in sixth schedule of Indian Constitution. Okay, so these areas are covered under ILP system. So the area covered under ILP system. So Meghalaya Assembly also adopted implementation of ILP regime in the state and urged the center to include ILP, okay, inner line permit system. So these are the most important points. Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation of 1873. Dear aspirants, use Assam is also covered. Yes, very good. Not Assam, but some tribal portions only. Okay, so that is also there. They are demanding for some more regions, but that is not acceptable. So CAA. So those areas which need ILP, there is no CAA, and those areas which have no need of inner line permit are covered under CAA. So Assam, CAA, and the areas Manipur that has been extended during the previous year. Okay, so the outsiders, they will have to take permission for a limited period. So that is official entry document, you may say, in other words. Travel purposes solely. Okay, travel purposes. You may say visit of tourists or for foreigner. Okay, so that is also there. Foreigners Protected Area Order 1958. That is also there, though the areas which fall under inner line, okay, that is defined in this foreigners protected areas 1958. So foreign national is normally not allowed to visit these protected or restricted areas, okay, for extraordinary reasons. So you may ask it. So I think the Assam, Meghalaya, Shillong, and Tripura, these are not covered by ILP. There is no ILP there. There is no ILP there. Okay, they were demanding ILP for some certain tribal area, but that has not been accepted. That has not been accepted. So Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Dimapur district, then Manipur and Mizoram. So Mizoram has entire state under ILP. Mizoram. Then Arunachal Pradesh, okay, under ILP, entire state of Arunachal Pradesh. Nagaland, yes, Arunachal Pradesh, and then after you will find in Assam, as far as Assam is concerned, some Bodo, yes, Bodo tribal areas, okay, they were demanding for the ILP. So that has not been accepted as yet. So Assam, Meghalaya, Shillong, and Tripura, these are not there. So dear aspirants, Meghalaya, entire state, Arunachal Pradesh, entire state, Nagaland, entire state under ILP, Tripura, 6th schedule covers 70% of geographical area, Assam, only 3 autonomous district under that is 6th schedule. Okay, 6th schedule, and Manipur, entire state under ILP. So this way, I believe that you have understood ILP very well, and this topic is very, very important, dear aspirants. You may find a question related to ILP and its relationship with the 6th schedule. Okay, how can you describe the inner line permit? Okay, it is Mizoram, not Meghalaya. Yes, very good. So now we have discussed at length. So we should move to our yes, some interesting topics under this I should say MCQs. Okay, MCQs, because we start with MCQs, and yes, India is going to organize UN SC Security Council. Okay, so it will become a virtual meeting from our end, that is India. Ravi Rishi, good evening, sir. I like consistency and dedication towards teaching, but sorry to say, sir, your lecture, it's not organized. You not even mention name of the topics. Sorry to say, but it's true. Okay. Actually, what happened? Isprihaji had sent a question in my WhatsApp, so I was answering it. So, name of the topics. Sorry to say, but it's true. So, name of the topics. What do you know? Because UPSC syllabus is so vast, so I do not express the name of the topic just before that, because it happens in my offline classes, because we have got a certain timetable. So here in online classes, what we do only practices as far as MCQ is concerned. So there should not be any topic, because topic wise learning is required while you are offline. Okay, while you are coming to my this coaching institute, that is Top Achiever Jasidi. So I am speaking from Top Achiever Jasidi. So that is required there, topic wise learning. But if you have got some doubt, confusion, and if you need my help, you please let me know that topic of any subject on this planet Earth. Any subject, Ravi Rishi, I can say, and I am saying, any subject of the world, you may ask me question. Okay, but it should be related to our competitive exam preparations. Okay, you should not ask a question from Bollywood. Okay, the recent divorce between Kiran Rao and Amir Khan. You should not ask, because that is out of syllabus. So, but you should pinpointedly ask me any question. I will explain that. I will be able to explain that. So thank you for suggesting me something. It's not possible to go through this topic-wise learning, because that is required, and that we do only while we are doing our offline classes. So in offline classes, we certainly adopt the same strategy as you have seen. But here, in during our online classes, what we do, we opt for this type of learning, and you will be surprised to know that we discuss so many topics. Take for example segment wise, because if you are preparing for UPSC or JPSC, you will find same type of syllabus as far as GS1 is concerned. History is there, geography, polity, Constitution of India, economy, then environment and current affairs, science and technology a little bit. So that's there. So we certainly do not opt the topic wise learning during course of our these online classes. So thank you for telling me something after a long time. So thank you. It shows your interest, and I hope if you will go through the previous classes, you will find very interesting. So it's buffering at the Chandra Isprihaj end, but here it is quite well. So let us start some questions related to the new chapters. Okay, so now here is a question. So here is a question, and I think yes. Have you heard something about the Montrex record? Montrex record. So, wetland of international importance. So, wetland of international importance that is brought under the Montrex record. So, you are required to know Montrex, Montrex record. So, what does it imply? A, changes in ecological character have occurred, are occurring, or are likely to occur in wetland as a result of human interference. Now, option B, the country in which the wetland is located should enact a law to prohibit any human activity within 5 kilometers from the edge of the wetland. And option C, the survival of wetland depends on the cultural practices and traditions of certain communities living in its vicinity, and therefore the cultural diversity therein should not be destroyed. And option D is, it is given the status of World Heritage Site. So Montreux record is very, very important. What is the relationship of between Montreux record and World Heritage Site? Dear aspirants, Isprihaj answer has come, and C is opting for C, option C. But here changes in ecological character have occurred, are occurring, or are likely to occur, okay, in the wetland as a result of human interference. So very good. And option C, the survival of the wetland depends on the cultural practices and traditions of certain communities living in its vicinity, and therefore the cultural diversity therein should not be destroyed. So the most appropriate answer, yes, is Priyaji, most appropriate answer. And I am happy that you have answered in this way. Very nice. Now, wetland related one more question we are going to discuss. So, WRT with reference to a conservation organization called Wetlands International. So, this is a conservation organization, Wetlands International. So, now you have to categorically find the correct statement out of the two statements, okay, or both the statements correct. So, one statement number one, it is an intergovernmental organization formed by the countries which are signatories to Ramsar Convention. So you all know Ramsar Convention. Now the second statement, it works at the field level to develop and mobilize knowledge and use the practical experience to advocate for better policies. Now select the correct answer using the code given below. A, one only, B, two only, C, both, and D, none. Dear aspirants, in this MCQ, statement 2 is correct. It works at the field level to develop and mobilize knowledge and use the practical experience to advocate for better policies. Yes, very good, very good. It is an intergovernmental organization, Wetland International, formed by the countries which are signatories to Ramsar Convention. So this is very, very important, and this way I have brought it for your better understanding. Now something related to which of the following is are unique characteristics of equatorial forests. So the forest, okay, which are near by the equatorial. Beyond that, tropical. Okay, beyond that, tropical. Then after, polar. So these are the different stages. These are the different locations. So statement number one, presence of tall, closely set trees with crowns forming a continuous canopy. Let me hope you are understanding the meaning of canopy. This very thing is canopy. Okay, just like this. So it is canopy. The second statement, coexistence of a large number of species. Coexistence, okay, means existence side by side. So coexistence of a large number of species. Then presence of numerous varieties of epiphytes, EPIPHYTES, and select the correct answer using the code given below. A, okay, 1, 2, B, 2, 3, C, 1, 2, 3, and D, 1, 3 only. So dear aspirants, what is your answer in this MCQ? So equatorial forests. So according to me, all the options are correct. So our answer should be C, 1, 2, 3. So let me repeat it. Presence of tall, closely set trees with crowns forming a continuous canopy. The second feature, coexistence of a large number of species. And the third characteristics, presence of numerous varieties of epiphytes, EPIPHYTES. So Anjali and Isprihaji both have answered correctly. So it's very nice, very good. So dear aspirants, now let us discuss some more interesting topics related to environment. WRT with reference to agricultural soils, CTFS. Okay, you all know that during 2020 prelims examination, so many questions have been asked related to agriculture. Okay, so every year UPSC sets a new trend. It believes in setting trends. So sometimes you will find that so many questions coming from polity. Okay, sometimes you may find that questions are coming from science and technology. Okay, so you should believe, you should believe that way. So you have to prepare that way. So this examination believes in versatility. Versatility. You have to be versatile. You have to be versatile. Let us concentrate. WRT to agriculture soils, CTFS. Consider the following statements, and we have only three statements. Sorry for being late. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Nothing to worry about. Everything is within your reach. You may have this video rewinded because we are not on Google Meet. We are not meeting on Google Meet. We are on this is having this yes, YouTube. So this is YouTube live. You may say YouTube live. So first statement: a high content of organic matter in soil drastically reduces its water holding capacity. You have to examine. A high content of organic matter in soil drastically reduces its water holding capacity. Now the second statement: soil does not play any role in sulfur cycle. Sulfur cycle. So are you acquainted with sulfur cycle? So the third statement: irrigation over a period of time can contribute to the salinization of some agricultural lands. Irrigation over a period of time can contribute to the salinization of some agricultural land. So which of the statement given above is are correct? A, okay, 1, 2, 3, B, 2, 3, C, 1, 3, and D, 3 only. Irrigation over a period of time can contribute to a salinization of some agricultural lands. So this statement is correct. This statement is correct. The third statement is correct. Now the first and second statements are not correct. A high content of organic matter in soil drastically reduces its water holding capacity. This statement is not correct. And soil does not play any role in sulfur cycle. Soil has a role, okay, a definite role, definitely. So this way we should answer in favor of the C, that is 3 only. So dear aspirants, now which of the following adds or add nitrogen to the soil? So this is Rasogulla of West Bengal. Okay, which of the following adds or add nitrogen to the soil? Number 1, excretion of urea by animals. Excretion of urea by animals. Second, burning of coal by man. 3, death of vegetation. So select the correct answer using the code given below. A, 1, 2, 3, B, 2, 3, C, 1, 3, and D, 1 only. So what should be the answer? Isprihaji, burning of coal by man you have excluded, but that should be also there. So our answer should be A, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Anandji, our answer should be 1, 2, 3, all. Okay, all, because all these three add nitrogen to the soil. Excretion of urea by animals, burning of coal by man, and death of vegetation. All these three ingredients, all these three play an important role in adding nitrogen to the soil. So this way, you should not forget it. And if you have got pen and paper, please write it. Please write it. Okay. Now here is a question related to photosynthesis. This is very important topic, dear aspirants. Okay. If you are preparing for JPSC, state civil services examination, or bank PO examination, railway examination, or whichsoever examination, competitive examination in our country, you will find this topic very important. These are the basics. You may say aesthetic. So let me read out the question and then you will be able to solve. But how burning of coal? Okay. I will explain it. Now, which of the following is a process involved in photosynthesis? So, process involved in photosynthesis. A, potential energy is released to form free energy. Okay, potential energy is released to form free energy. Then free energy is converted into potential energy and stored. Then food is oxidized to release carbon dioxide and water. And D, oxygen is taken and carbon dioxide and water vapor are given out. So what happens? Okay, which of these A, B, C, D statements are correct? You have to find out the correct statement. So, dear aspirants, according to me, the B statement, free energy is converted into potential energy and stored. Okay, this statement is correct according to me. So this is the process involved in photosynthesis. This is the process involved in photosynthesis. Free energy is converted into potential energy and it is stored. So this way you can answer this question. And dear aspirants, we have completed 30 minutes, okay, 30 minutes of our very important session today. I have answered the question being raised by Isprihaji related to ILP, that is inner line permit, and this is very important, dear aspirants. So now I think if you have got any question, you may ask me. So yes. So yes, Isprihaji, you are asking related to burning of coal. Yes, this question was just before this very MCQ. So you all know that coal and oil, these are the most important fossil fuel, and they contain nitrogen. So combustion of coal and oil produces both thermal and fuel nitrogen. So it is very easy, and you should understand it. So that way I have answered it. So thank you for joining me in such a good number. And today we have discussed so many questions related to environment. Most of the questions were important, very important. So tomorrow is Thursday, and we will be doing some important questions related to science and technology. So tomorrow's subject is going to be science and technology. In the morning session at 9 a.m., dear aspirants, I come live, but that is for JPSC and in Hindi medium. So tomorrow I will once again discuss the GS paper 2, the GS paper 2, which relates to Jharkhand. Most of the topics, most of the expected questions I will discuss with you. So thank you for joining me. Let me say good night. Bye bye.